Hey, it's nice to have you back here in this new episode. This is the second episode of our Ulanzi Studio Light series, which is a very cost-effective, high-power density, full metal design and built with a standard Owens bayonet connector COB light, which is bi-color temperature design. So come next, in this video, we're gonna cover a lot of unique light control accessories designed by Ulanzi. These are ordinary light control accessory, but in every one of the design, Ulanzi has something great. Ulanzi, the designer behind Ulanzi, has made some optimization on the existing light control accessories, which definitely make the Ulanzi light control accessories more useful, more user-friendly, at the same time, a lot more interesting when you try to connect with this light. So now let's get started. First, let's start with the standard hyper reflector. Hyper reflector is come with the Ulanzi LC150B. It's free of charge. So every one of you guys, if you purchase this LC150B light, you get a stand-alone hyper reflector for free. So with this hyper reflector, you can maximize the brightness of this light. And it has a standard Bowens mount connector. And you also get to see the numbers of this product, LCR18015. You can search for this, which LC stands for light control and R stands for reflector. Never forget this remote control system for this light. Turn on this light. You see that. We are now in the effects mode. We can definitely change the different modes. It's the CCT mode, and you can get even more brightness. This is 10%. Actually, it's 10%. It's super bright. I lower down to 5%, and I can mount this reflector, make it even brighter. Did you see that? And it's a standard Bowens mount. It's a standard Bowens. With this hyper reflector, you get to see this maximum brightness of this light. Take a look how bright it is. You can reflect all the light and focus the specific range of the subject. You can take it off. So this is a before, this is after. It's much brighter than ever before. This is definitely great. Just want to show you the maximum brightness of this light, only with 10% brightness. It's pretty insane. This is a hyper reflector. It comes for free when you purchase this LC150B. But the Ulanzi has treated hyper reflector quite different from other manufacturer. This light, this hyper reflector, comes with a standalone package. You can actually purchase this hyper reflector for free. And later, if you have missed this pre-order session, you can get this light without the hyper reflector at a more reasonable price. So this is exactly for most of the customers who don't want to use hyper reflector and want to choose a light control softbox instead. So come next, let's talk about some of the light softbox designed by Ulanzi. Some of the light softbox has really clever, unique design. They even have equipped quick release system. Let's start with the Parabolic softbox designed by Ulanzi. The Ulanzi LC light control series has two different options for the Parabolic softbox with different diameter. So this is a 65 centimeters diameter of this Parabolic softbox, and Ulanzi also has a 19 centimeters softbox. So considering of its maximum brightness, it is compatible with the 65 as well as 19 centimeters softbox. Now let's take a look what's in the package about this softbox. For the 65 and 19 centimeter softbox, they have similar design but with different dimensions. This is a softbox with a full metal Bowens mount and this quick release handle, which I will show you later on. So you don't have to install the Parabolic softbox. It is a standalone design. You don't have to install all these pillars one by one. They have all been pre-installed with an amazingly clever quick release system. The honeycomb. This is honeycomb, and with two different soft close. That will make your light softer. Yes, and yes, it also comes with a user menu, which is a 26-inch quick light dome softbox. This is a parabolic design. And take a look how it works about this quick release mechanism. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting, super simple to fully install, to fully establish this soft. I mean, this is perhaps the best design the softbox ever in the light control accessories history. And inside the box, you also get the inside diffuser, outside diffuser, which could make your light as soft as possible. And you also get the honeycomb. Which you call it Eggcate, but it's actually a honeycomb, which will make a light more focused. You can control the directions. This is the quick release system, quick release mount. And here I have a table. I can put it on my table. And we want to fully install this softbox. Just use your thumb to control this quick release system, and use the rest of fingers to pull them out. And you pull them to the ground with your force. And yes, you are good to go. You see that. First, peel this up, and then with your rest of fingers, pull them up and pull them up. Press spoons mount, and now you are good to go. You can even use this. This is how it works. Just so simple and easy. It is compatible with all of the parabolic softbox designed by Ulanzi. You are now ready with this light control parabolic 65 centimeters. And pull down the zippers, and put on zippers, and you are good to go. I mean, for the quick release system, you also get two buttons here. Press the two buttons at the same time. You can release the whole parabolic softbox. Just want to show you, but you should be careful. You should be careful to press this softbox to the ground and gently release one of the pair of these quick release buttons. Yes, and you are now good to go. This is how simple it is, and you can release on the other side. Yes, and now you are good. You can put it in your bag, your carry case, and you can go to your next shooting scenarios. So this is the magic of this parabolic softbox designed by the Ulanzi engineer. I think this is perhaps the most exciting feature for this parabolic softbox. It's inner diffuser. Actually, it's a hexagon inner diffuser. You can place diffuser inner side of this softbox. You can soft the light by this. And with the outside diffuser, I mean, it's just that simple. I mean, and later you can install this honeycomb. With the honeycomb, they all come in a package. And the honeycomb itself also has some unique design. So for all around, it is a unified honeycomb. I mean, it's not been staged. It is a unified design. Take a look. It's a unified honeycomb. This is quite different from any other manufacturer. More focused and more responsive. So this is how it works. And just install to your LC150B. I mean, you can peel this up and hold in your hand. Install to this bayonet connector, lock into place, and you are good to go. I mean, if you just like me have a really tight space to shot YouTube videos, I mean, this LCP65 is your ideal choice So this is pretty awesome. And we make your light more focused. You get more precise control for this light. And it's compatible with this light and all of your others CUV light that also has a bonus mount. So this is a brief unboxing and installation guide for this Parabolic softbox, which has a 65 centimeters dimension. But Ulanzi also has this, the LC Parabolic 19, which is even larger than this one, which definitely make your light even softer and with a broad range of light source. So if you really have a giant space, or you want to capture with a softer light than the previous P65, this P19 is your ideal choice. They share exactly the same quick installation mechanism, and you also get inner diffuser, outside diffuser, and the honeycomb and quick release system. So, I mean, if you want on-store this Parabolic softbox, remember to press this Parabolic softbox on the ground and gently release this quick release switch, because it's a little bit dangerous when you want to install this quick release system, because you really have to push it really hard to make it the parabolic size. So when you on-install, just be careful with your fingers, and I highly recommend you should press this parabolic box onto the ground and gently release this bonus mount, or maybe you will damage your finger. Next one, let's talk about the Ulanzi Latern softbox, which is called the Latern softbox LCD65, which indicates that this Latern softbox has a diameter of 65 centimeters. So it is the same size as a Parabolic 65, but it is a Latern shape. This is how it looks like when you have this Latern softbox. The diameter is 65 centimeters, and you also get to see the name, a full metal bonus mount, and you also see 8 individual magical stickers all around the shade. With the stickers all around, you can put a skirt on the Latern softbox to create a really soft top-down light for your portrait or for your subject. Normally speaking, this Latern softbox doesn't come with just that skirt, so to install this Latern softbox is quite simple. Just put it on a desktop or put it on the ground. And remember, inside this Latern softbox, you might come across with a hook. And yes, and when you lock on the hook, you are good to go. You had better align this lantern the lines with the stainless steel pillar. I mean, it's quite easy. Just pull them with your fingers. You might get the perfect shape of this Latern softbox. And it also helps you to eliminate the shadows of the stitching line of the softbox. So every time, I suggest you pull them with your fingers, and it help you to generate. I mean, this one gonna help you generate a really soft light to 360 degrees all around the space. And with with this light with the tilting mechanism, you can tilt it up to put this Latern softbox towards your ceilings, and thus help you create a very soft ambient light. And rotate, and you are good to go. Yes. Turn it up. This is how it looks like. We turn on the warm tone. This LC150B is a bi-color CUV light. I normally use the warm color tones to light up the Latern softbox and create a very warm tone to my YouTube. Take a look. Take a look how I use this light. Normally use the U-shaped mount to shock upwards, and I'm gonna create a really soft ambient light. And yes, this is how it looks like when you create this ambient light. You can use a remote controller to create a warm tone. This scenarios 2700K, and you can also turn down to maximum 6500K. Just take the full advantage of this full metal U-shaped mount, the Latern softbox. So use the Latern softbox to create 360 degrees soft ambient light. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about this LCS150B softbox. I mean, this is definitely a rectangle shaped softbox. It is 60 degrees by 90 degrees, which can help you create a simple rectangle soft light for your studio. Take a look. Magical stickers on desktop. And check it out. Nicely back. This is a standard Bowens mount with 4 red dots that help you install the pins of your light control box. Honeycomb. You also get the inner diffuser, out diffusers. You get altogether 4 different stainless steel to warp your softbox into your 19 centimeters by 16 centimeters. Inner diffuser, outside diffuser, and this is softbox itself. It's quite compact and very easy to carry around because nicely built, just like a Batman, you know, just like a Batman. And you just install the 4 different pins into the pin holes, and you are good to go. It's quite simple to install this softbox. I mean, you have to install into the 4 individual red pins of your Bowens mount, and you warp this 4 different mount, and you get this 90 degrees by 60 degrees. Okay, I have already installed 4 individual stainless steel pillars into the softbox, and another clever design detail for this softbox is to differentiate the Ulanzi and other manufacturers. That is this one. It's a magical sticker. You can uninstall and you can peel this stainless steel pillar outside of this softbox. So this design detail makes this softbox very easy to install. Because as you might have noticed, especially on the 4th pillar installation on the Bowens mount, it's really hard to bend over the whole softbox. But once you can pull them out to the outside of the softbox, things got a lot easier. I will show you how it works. And now, once you want to install the 3rd pillar, it's getting harder and harder. Yes, and especially the most difficult design is to actually install the last pillar of this softbox, because you have to bend over all these pillars to form this rectangle shape. So sometimes you have to really hard. You have to push this stainless steel really hard. But for the Ulanzi design, things got a lot easier because you can take it out and you can minor adjust this 4th pillars to form this rectangle shape. And this is how it works. This is a rectangle shape. And put on these magical stickers, and you are good to go. This is the softbox of this LCS150B interior part. So it's quite simple and easy, and with a unique design detail. It's make this light softbox quite easy. I mean, it's simpler than ever before to install this softbox. And there you can install the inner, outside diffuser and honeycomb as well. You can even minor adjust the shape, even though you have installed this, because you have a rotation. Because you have a rotation for the interior part of this light. You see that. So when you can rotate into the landscape mode or this portrait mode. Do you see that? Portrait mode, landscape mode, whatever you want. There's a thumb screw here. you can tighten by a finger. There's a thumb screw on the top. You can tighten with a finger and to lock into place. This is how it works. There's definitely another interesting design for this softbox. And yes, this is definitely how you can install and uninstall a softbox with 60 degree by 90 degrees with diffusers, honeycombs, integrated design, and you can just individual stainless steel pillars have excellent design detail that make the softbox very intuitive to form this rectangle shape. And in our previous section, we have already covered several light control accessory designed for this LC150B light. We have talked about the hyper reflector, the parabolic softbox in 2 different dimensions, and the Latern softbox also comes with 26 inches in diameters, and this amazingly simple light rectangle softbox with 16 by 9 and with 2 very unique design in detail that make all of these accessories very simple and intuitive to use. But these are not all about this light control accessory universe. Actually, Ulanzi do have more secrets that have not released to the market yet. Let's take a look at the rest of the. And coming next, let's take a look at the rest of the pieces of other light control accessories that all with bonus mount. They're all proudly designed by Ulanzi, and some of them might be quite interesting despite all these existing accessories that we have in our YouTube channel. Here in this Ulanzi LC150B color video light, the website you can literally see more of the light control accessories designed by Ulanzi that has not been released to the market yet. In our previous video section, we have covered its light control rectangle shape light box, Latern softbox, and parabolic softbox. But here you can see this umbrella reflectors, and this one looks like a beauty dish with Eggcate. This looks like a full metal Eggcate of this beauty dish. Beauty dish is an excellent video accessory to shot the people's portrait. With a beauty dish, you get very special light effects for the people itself. And here is a barn door system. The barn door with a honeycomb system that you can control exactly the field of view. You can control the shape of your light. You can shape your light, and you can use the honeycomb to control the directions of your light as well. And here is this one looks pretty interesting. So this is not just a bonus mount accessory, but it looks like it's an optical system. It's an optical system to add the spotlight effects to your subject. And if you take a close look at, maybe you can insert. Maybe you can insert different designs to give you different shapes with the spotlight system, just like the aperture, the light storm, spot mini. You can change the different filter and get different light effects. And maybe you can also change the focal length of this. This is not just a control accessory, but it's a additional optical lens for your 150B light. And this one looks like this one looks like an ordinary light control accessories to make your light more focused. But at the end of this accessory, you also get to see something like a soft diffuser at the end of the accessory, and not just make your light more focused, but also make your light more soft. So it looks like another interesting accessory for this light, and I just can't wait Ulanzi to fully release all of these accessories to the market and help people to master this LC150B into different shooting scenarios. Yes, this is pretty awesome. And in this website, you also get to see a lot of other design in the detail. But if you just want to have a visual explanation, you can refer to my previous in-depth review video. I have covered all of the design in the details. Just look at how the Ulanzi official guys take the full advantage of the Ulanzi light control accessory kit. The Latern softbox, the Parabolic, light up the subject, the people. And 2 light system, this is the camera. Just show you the basic demonstration for your studio shooting, no matter you shot in product or you shot in portrait or video recording. Okay, that is all about this video. Okay, time to wrap up. I think the Ulanzi did make a great contribution to the CUB Studio Light series by delivering the cost-effective and a large amount of choices for our content creators. I mean, the LC150B itself is a very cost-effective, hyper-density full metal design CUB light. But for all of these accessories, they also come with a very reasonable price and with very unique features, such as the quick release system for the Parabolic softbox, and a quick release system for Latern box, and for the very special stainless steel pillar design in the rectangle softbox. And also with that standalone hyper reflector, you can purchase as a standalone accessory, or you can also purchase a LC150B light without a hyper reflector. That's this marketing strategy definitely will make this LC150B very accessible to the content creators at a premium quality, so the users could pay for the important parts of their content creations. And in the screen share part, we also cover some of the unreleased, very unique light control accessories for the LC150B light as well. So I do hope you learned something about this light control universe accessory for this LC150B. And if you found this video helpful, definitely give us some up, subscribe. Refer to the previous episode 1 about the in-depth review on the LC150B light as well. So talk to you soon. See you next time. Bye.